Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sprint 288 review. This was a normal 2-week sprint with the US Memorial Day holiday in between. And let's get started. I'll start with the overview, Gilbert on the UI, Adam on providers, and Joe on the platform. Uh, this past sprint, we had 85 PRs merged and relatively even split between enhancements and bugs. And over to Gilbert on the UI.
Thanks, Jason. So for the UI, I fixed a bug with the snapshot page delete toolbar button. Um, I also fixed a bug with the catalog item form for missing requests. Adam fixed a bug for the delete selected cloud volumes button always being enabled in the toolbar. For enhancements, also I'll replace Enzyme with RTL React Testing Library. Adam did appear to add additional options for configuration script provisioning, and Adam also added credential type and credential ID fields to the provision form. For dependency updates, we had a bunch, a couple important ones. Oswald pinned serialized JavaScript to V7, and I updated all of our style packages to their latest versions. Next slide. For other, Jason renamed specs to match what's actually being tested in this pair. Next slide. For UI service, just had some dependency updates. I updated IP address to 10.2.0 and as well as brace expansion to its latest version. Next slide. So going back to the UI PRs, for Adams, fix the delete selected cloud volumes always being enabled. This is a before and after. The before shows the delete button being enabled regardless of whether you have a cloud volume selected or not. And then in the after screenshot, you could see the button is now correctly disabled. Next slide. As well as Adam's additional options for configuration script provisioning. This image shows the additional fields that were added to the new provision form. Next slide. And Adam also added the credential type and credential ID fields to the provision form. As shown in these screenshots, you can see the new fields on the form. That's it for the UI. Next is Adam.
Thanks, Gilbert. This sprint, as always, we updated AWS database types and instance types with a good number added and updated in both of those categories. For embedded Terraform, Manoj added the corresponding backend changes for input variables and credentials, and also supporting provision and retirement using workflows in embedded Terraform. So that was a nice feature. For Terraform Enterprise, we dropped the old style of automate provisioning a while ago, and so we were able to delete the automate domains since they're no longer used. Next slide. For OpenStack, we fixed an identity sync user email validation in tests now that we're checking that the via regular expression that the email address is valid. Some of the tests had some invalid email addresses that were failing, so we got that fixed up. And finally, for VMware, we replaced the hand soap based VMware Web Service Gem SDK for metrics capture with the RBVMOMI 2 gem. So we're trying to slowly chip away at the number of places that are using that older one, and metrics capture was a big one. That's it for providers. Over to Joe.
Thanks, Adam. For platform enhancements this sprint, Brandon upgraded to UBI 10 in the container HTTPD init. Adam refactored the VMDB loggers contents to use the ManageIQ loggers contents in core. He also added a method to get the contents of the logger for both journald and file types in ManageIQ loggers. Jason added an automated way to update the Ansible requirements and the ability to build RPM container images for other architectures in RPM build. Next slide. For bugs and maintenance this sprint, Jason bumped Ruby minimum to 3.3.1. He also bumped Faraday to 2.14.2 for a CVE, both in core. Brandon updated to a forked version of the PG gem in core This is until its release upstream. This was to get around a issue building some of the RPMs on PPC and possibly on S390X. Adam fixed a bug in the Ansible requirements in core. I reverted the purging MIQ requests PR in core since we will take a more surgical route by purging request logs directly. Adam fixed the VMDB loggers contents with the broadcast logger in core. I included direct associations and eager loading when requested in ManageIQ API. And Brandon fixed build issues, a typo from a prior PR for the initial bootc image, and a missing IBM Cloud API key error in ManageIQ pods. Next slide. Continue on for bugs and maintenance. Jason had several fixes here. He fixed an issue when TTY is not available. He had other fixes for the update Ansible requirements. He inlined the container image build, also for the update Ansible requirements, and he updated ManageIQ style in RPM build. Brandon updated the Python 3 cryptography since we installed a new version in pip. And Jason treated Yarn as the Yarn releases a binary to avoid large diffs in core, as I was getting it quite hard to read. And Brandon noted we were already on the RPM build in 4.19 1.1, so we made that change in RPM build. Next slide, and back to Jason.
All right, and that's all for our Sprint 288 review. The next Sprint review 289 will be on June 10th at the usual place and time. And I'd like to thank all the presenters today and all our contributors. Thanks, everyone.